Hi, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my newest psychic reading on a sad situation, a weird situation. This young man is called Cameron Robbins. There's a viral video of him. We will not watch the video, but there is a viral video of him out there. You can watch the video yourself. Just type in Cameron Robbins video. And apparently, he jumped ship. He was on a cruise in the Bahamas. He jumped ship. There's a video out there, as you can see right here. This is him in the water. And he never got back on the ship. He never got back on the cruise. The people on the cruise, they have their camera, they're like talking behind the scenes while filming him in the water, not helping him at all. And the ship is just kind of coasting on, meanwhile, it's like leaving him behind. It's like, it's like in a movie where, like a ship, like imagine the Titanic, where the ship is going and, there's something that it's leaving behind. In this case, it would be leaving behind a person, a human being that was on the ship. So, very sad. So many questions. We will read an article on this situation just in case a lot of you have not heard this story. I was originally going to do this on my second channel, but then I realized that so many people are kind of talking about it that I felt like the video would probably get more exposure on my main channel, or this reading, I'll say, would probably get more exposure. Sorry, I'm looking. I thought this video would get more exposure if I did it on my main channel, because obviously my main channel has over 60,000 subscribers, whereas my second one, she's a little baby channel. All right, so we're working on her. But anyways, I want to see what I pick up around this situation. You know that I do a lot of cases like these on this channel. We've done Gabby Petito, and we were accurate with everything on that. We did what's her name, Shanquella Robinson. We've been pretty accurate on that so far. We also did the Idaho 4 students recently. Was super accurate on that. We followed the Alex Murdaugh case. That was, we were accurate on that. But this is a bit different. This is, there's a lot of plot holes, and I'm hoping to fill the plot holes here. Let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. If you would like a reading from me, I am available for readings, so do not hesitate to reach out. Now with me covering my face, do not hesitate to reach out. I am available for readings. My books are pretty, I won't say full because, a full book is never a bad thing. But I am pretty busy with quite a few clients that I kind of still need to catch up to. So I will say that right now my list is it's getting there. It's filling up. All right, so I definitely would get a reading now, so you don't have to wait too long. But do keep in mind that if you're waiting for your reading, I have like at least, I don't know, I haven't looked at my list yet today. I know I got a new client earlier this morning, so I probably would say I have about, aside from candles, maybe like 10 or 11 clients I need to get to, maybe a little bit less than that. So, it's going to take up a lot of energy. Some of these are birth chart readings, some of these are mediumship readings, some of these are tarot readings. So, I'm all over the place with the energy. So, please, if you're waiting on your reading, please be patient. I am only one person, and, with a lot of clients, that I'm blessed and grateful for. But I am only one person, and I always want to give you a good reading. So, in order to give you a good reading, I have to be in a good headspace. I have to be, well prepared and energetically and things like that. So, if you want a reading, I'm available at lamartownsendtarot.com. Now, if you don't want to wait the line, you can get a phone reading, all right, which is different from a video recorded reading. If you want a phone reading, you can get that reading the same day. And a lot of you will message me at like 10 p.m. later in the day or early in the morning. Sometimes I had a few clients where you message me at like 3 a.m., wanting a reading. And if I'm up, I'm up. If I'm up and I have the energy to do it, I will do it. All right. So definitely reach out for a reading. don't hesitate to contact me. Once again, you can text me at 703-791-9162. I do have a WhatsApp for international clients as well. You can also email me at lamartownsend@gmail.com, and you can also visit my website. That's probably the best place to reach me. This is my website, lamartownsendhair.com. So once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. All right, this is my website created and designed by me. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me already. And you can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook where I post as well. If you would like your own reading, go right to the store section. This is where you would go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer once again. And I offer quite a lot. I offer phone readings, which have same day priority. I offer past life readings, mediumship readings, birth chart readings, both compatibility and individual birth chart readings. I also offer video recorded readings, email readings, as well as candles, protection candles, money candles, custom candles, love candles, as well as classes, tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, dream interpretation readings, and so much more. Speaking of dreams, I had the scariest, not even a dream, nightmare. And it wasn't a beautiful nightmare like Beyonce says, okay? It was a horrible nightmare. So, but it was very interesting. I was kind of breaking the dream down when I woke up, earlier today and was like, well, that didn't make sense. And now that I'm awake, that makes more sense. So I love breaking down dreams, even my own, all right? With that being said, ooh, child, I feel like I've talked up a little bit of a storm already. So we have more talking to do because I want to read this article about Cameron so that you guys can get caught up on this story for those of you who are not familiar. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think this is the article here. Let's see. Yes. All right, so it says Cameron Robbins' family retracted final steps after he disappeared in shark-infested waters. So that's interesting. That's an important caveat here that I did not mention earlier is that they're saying that the waters that he fell in the Bahamas or jumped in or whatever happened to him is shark-infested. Now it's interesting, with sharks, I would hope he didn't have any scrapes or scars on him, that would leak out blood from his body because one thing sharks are attracted to can be blood, but usually sharks aren't now if it's shark infested, every shark is not the same, right? No one shark is the same. Every shark, just like we have different personalities, every shark has a different personality. So while one shark may not be so bothered by humans, another shark, especially if they're hungry, may, try to see what's up. So it's interesting with sharks. They say usually they don't. You know, they're not big on you know human beings. That they prefer fish and stuff like that. But you just never know. All right, you just never know. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. The family of missing Louisiana teenager Cameron Robbins retracted his final steps in the Bahamas, including the shark infested waters where he went overboard, before authorities ultimately called off the search, according to an official. So it sounds like they still haven't found him. Robbins, 18, he was so young. Robbins, 18, was last seen late May 24th, so last month, all right, that was about a week ago, in the waters of Athol Island in the Bahamas after he leaped from Blackbeard's Revenge, a pirate ship style vessel. Oh, God. I was just watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and there was someone who played Blackbeard the newest episode of the show, which is really weird. So interesting that the Blackbeard's Revenge, the pirate ship, is the vessel here for what's going on. Disturbing video footage from the boat shows Robbins initially swimming away from a rescue buoy as onlookers shout for him to grab the device, while online viewers speculating he was trying to get away from a shark. That's terrifying. The U.S. Coast Guard spent days looking for any sign of Robbins or his belongings before officials called off the search. The missing teen's family traveled to the Bahamas shortly after the news of his disappearance and aided in the meticulous search for him. Brian Trasher, vice president of the search and rescue nonprofit group United Cajun Navy, told WBRZ. It took a lot of strength for them to go out there and stay there for a few days, Trasher said. When we offered to take them out in a boat to the area where he went overboard and some of the area they were searching, they went, which I knew had to be very emotional for them, but they went. I don't know. That is hard. Like, could you imagine searching for your child or family member who disappeared in an ocean, and what if you actually stumble upon the body or something like that? Assuming he's no longer here. I don't know. We'll have to see what the spirit says. But that just seems like a lot of like emotional trauma. Like I don't know if I could like I would want to find my child, of course, and my family member, but like I don't know. That just seems like a lot. So it does seem like it's a strong thing to do for the family, but when you have a child like this, and a loved one like this who just disappears, I can imagine almost like adrenaline kicks in, right? The family returned to Louisiana on Sunday, he told the news outlet. So this is Cameron looking spiffy. All right. I like his shoes. This is him and I guess his family. This is him and I guess a friend fishing in the ocean. So I guess he spent a lot of time in the ocean. Or maybe it's a family member. Oh, okay, yes, this is his brother. Very handsome. Both very handsome. Um, as I'm scrolling through these pictures, I'm getting a few hits, but I'm trying to stay focused and do one thing at a time because I don't want to, derail what we're doing here. Royal Bahamas Defense Force officials notified the U.S. Coast Guard around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday of Robbins's disappearance, more than an hour after the teen was allegedly dared to jump into the water. Why would you dare a human being to jump into shark-infested water? Anyways, RBDF Commodore Raymond King previously told the Daily Mail the waters were really shark infested, which prompted online speculation that a flash of a shark could be seen in the water near the Robbins footage. So even the officials in Bahamas are saying that the water is shark infested. Had they found a piece of clothing or any kind of clue, that would cause them to expand that 8-hour period of searching for him. But if they don't get any kind of indication, then that's usually when they call it off. So they called it off because they couldn't find him. All right, what to know about Cameron Robbins' disappearance? Cameron Robbins, 18, graduated from University Laboratory School in Baton Rouge in May and was on a trip to the Bahamas with students from several local high schools. According to witnesses, the teen who was apparently acting on a dare took a plunge off a party cruise in the ocean near Athol Island at night. Robbins was last seen splashing in the dark, shark-infested waters a few feet from the boat before vanishing from view. A chaotic video taken moments after the jump also shows the recent graduate ignoring onlookers' pleas to grab a buoy. The party ship remained in the area for several hours while the crew looked for Robbins. That is just crazy to me. So once again, this is him in the water, as you can see. All right, but night he disappeared. As you can see, someone's filming this from the ship. Robbins and his classmate were traveling through California-based company IST tours, such as Grad Week Vacation for larger travel groups. Oh, so I guess this was like a Grad Week vacation that they went on with, other students. The beloved baseball player from Baton Rouge, aka Cameron Robbins, had graduated from University Laboratory High School 3 days before the Bahamas trip. So he's graduated right before this situation. That's super sad, y'all. Wow, 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 wow. I don't even know where to start. First of all, let's start and get into the reading by doing a quick energy channeling. Or singing bowl, I mean. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up the channel so that I can connect with the energy of Cameron Robbins and to understand what happened to Cameron. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions. Thank you for keeping me safe and covering me with your blood. Thank you for protecting my energy, thoughts, minds, and emotions, my space. Thank you for protecting those watching this video. Amen, amen, amen. Please let Cameron Robbins' family and loved ones and ancestors know that we do come in love and light and peace. And we would like clarity and answers as to what happened to Cameron. Always calms me down. Always makes me get in my zone. All right, you guys. Oh, this is sad. What happened to Cameron Robbins? Let's see. Oh my god. Okay. Um. All right, Spirit. Let's try to stay a little focused, if we can. I see that. I understand that. I don't want to jump right into that necessarily. If we can, Spirit, can we start from the beginning? I want to start from the beginning. Give us some clarity and insight on what happened from the beginning, and then we'll get up to whatever it is you're showing me right now. All right? Ooh, ciao. All right, so I feel like I'm seeing him on the boat. Um, Now, personally, I have never been on a cruise ship, so I don't really know what cruise ships are like. So if as I explain what I'm seeing, and it may not sound like it doesn't sound like a cruise ship, or just bear with me. I have personally never been on a cruise ship. Once again, I just trust Spirit, so I'm always gonna trust what Spirit shows me and try to make sense of it and explain it for you all as best as I can. That's my job. All right, the spiritual interpreter. So I see Cameron and these kids on a cruise ship. I feel like there's a minor adult supervision, and maybe it's because these are now graduated high school students who are like 18, 17, or however old they are. So it's like they're kind of pretty much adults now, so they don't need, an immense amount of adult supervision. But, sometimes you get situations like this without, proper adult supervision. And I know the article said that this cruise was a part of their graduation ceremony, but it also feels like it's kind of like with the cruise. The energy I get is, yeah, maybe the school or whoever it was that sponsored. Let's go back to the article and see who sponsored the cruise. Maybe it's higher up. I always do this. I always go back to look for a piece from the article that I want to look at, and I never can find the piece I'm looking for. Um, I want to see who sponsored this cruise because I remember they mentioned something about it in the article. Okay, it has to be in this part, knowing what to know about Cameron. He graduated from laboratory high school. He was on a trip to the Bahamas with students from several local high schools. So this was not just his high school. This was a local other high schools around the area. Um, they were in the Athol Island. The Coast Guard, Robinson's parents worked with U.S. coordinated a spokesperson for Blackbeard's Revenge. Since the incident, the company has reviewed measures. Okay, this is it right here. This is it. Robbins and his classmates were traveling through California-based company, so they lived in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, but they went through in order to do this trip, this cruise, they went through a California-based company. So this wasn't even in their, part of the world, the country. Robbins and his classmates were traveling through California-based company IS Tours. So IS Tours, I guess, got this together, which curates trips such as a grad week vacation for larger travel groups. Oh, okay, this makes a lot more sense. The company would not comment when contacted by the Post, other than to say our thoughts and prayers are with the Robbins family during this incredibly difficult time. That makes sense because what I'm seeing when I tap into the energy is I feel like the reason why this may not have been such a supervised, in terms of just older adults being there and people who could kind of keep them in line, so to speak, was because I feel like I was getting the energy that it may have been sponsored by like the school or something like that, but then I got this energy where it was like if that was the case, what I saw was it's like the school would be like, yeah, we'll sponsor it, but it's up to y'all to plan it. It's up to y'all to figure it out. Like that, we're not going to do all that. Like that's kind of the energy I got, and it turns out that that's actually what happened based on the article. So what happened with this trip is that they went through a tour guide. I don't know what you would call it, a tour guide platform, a tour guide business company, IS Tours in California. Um, there's something with that. The fact that they went through this specific tour. Like, I'm almost wondering if the students chose this tour, this type of tour. Maybe because, like, the article said they do stuff like grad week. But there's just something where I keep feeling like the energy of unsupervised. Like, we can do whatever we want. We can bring drinks. Like, I feel like some of the kids snuck drinks on. Even though they were, Cameron was under the age of drinking age. I don't know what the drinking age is in Louisiana, but in Virginia it's 21. Um, that's where I'm from, Virginia. But I feel like the kids like snuck alcohol on and things like that, like things that would be difficult to do if you had, you know, teachers or o- older adults around who could supervise the situation. But I feel like it's kind of like the way the IST tours may have been looking at it, the way the parents and other teachers or whoever was involved or knew about this was looking at it was like, they're adults now. They graduated high school. They're 18. Let them to have fun. Let them do their thing. As long as they're safe and blah 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 blah, right? So I feel like they went into this trip kind of lax. Um, like I said, I go back to them on the ship. I feel like they're on the cruise ship. I feel like I don't know why I see Cameron like literally eating chips and salsa. I feel like obviously I feel like there's different sections, and I feel like there's a section, almost like a bench, or like I see a bench or a sitting down area, in the center of the ship. But if you look at the video where they're at, they're not. They're obviously not inside the ship. They're on the outside of the ship, and I feel like this is the part of the ship that I'm seeing them in. Like I see them sitting near where they took the video of Cameron jumping off the ship, but we've not quite gotten to that point yet. Is what Spirit is showing me. I feel like once again, like I asked Spirit to show me, we're at the very beginning. The very beginnings of the situation. So I feel like I see Cameron. I almost feel like maybe they ordered pizza or something like that. Like I feel like there's a group of kids, a group of students who kind of went on maybe the deck because I hear the deck. Maybe they went on the deck and decided to sit down and have some pizza, maybe have a few drinks. I don't know why I'm seeing like margaritas or something like that. I do feel like it's possible he may have had a few libations. And when you're young and you have libations, drinks and stuff like that, it kind of fires you up. It gets you, kind of like, an adrenaline rush. It gets you kind of like a rush just in general when you're young and have access to alcohol. So I will say alleged. Once again, certain details have not come out, but I definitely feel like there may have been drinks. I don't know why I'm also seeing marijuana. Things of this nature. So I'm not sure if there were other substances too. It's definitely a possibility, but I feel like they're sitting down. They're sitting on the deck right where this happened. This is before it happened though, and I see Cameron like I feel like he has like a piece of pizza, and he's like I literally see him eating chips and salsa, And it feels like Lay's potato chips too. It could be like those tortilla chips. I'm not sure why I'm seeing Lay's. Like I see him eating, he's hungry. And it's almost like he's kind of like bored though. Like it's like I'm bored, let's have fun, let's do something wild and crazy. And we've seen pictures of him on water, so I feel like there's something where he was very comfortable around water, in water. I feel like this is weird. I feel like it was bothering him about the fact that he could not get in the water. For example, there's a picture of him. Let me go back to the article. There's a picture of him. Y'all saw of him. Not this picture. God. There's a picture of him with his brother on the water. So this seemed like a family thing. It looks like he has a fishing rod. You know, he has no shoes on. So it seemed like he was very comfortable with water. Of course, he lives in Louisiana, so you know they love to. I'm not saying Cameron was this way, but you know, Louisiana, they love to catch gators. They love, to catch crawfish and fish and stuff like that over there. You know, and eat it fresh. Now my mouth is watering. All right, let me focus. But like there's something where I feel like he wanted to get in the water. And I feel like it's because he was used to. First of all, he was used to almost like being able to do whatever he wanted. He may have been a bit spoiled in that way. Not saying anything about the parents, but like there's something where he was used to water. He was used to big bodies of water, as we can see with that picture of him and his brother. I feel like he was used to bodies of water and getting wet, getting in the water, swimming with the fishes, you know. And you know they in the video they said they dared him to do it, and I do feel like there's something about him where he's like a thrill. He could be a little bit of a thrill seeker, Cameron. Um, like I'm seeing something about alligator. Like I feel like he was intrigued by water and water and animals in the water. I feel like he's one of those people where he loved to be around water, kind of thing. So for him to jump, if that's what really happened, I feel like they're once again. I see a group of kids kind of on the deck, on like a bench or something like that, or a table, and I feel like Cameron and like maybe two other guys kind of go once again to the edge of the ship and look out at the water, and I do feel like there's an energy of like, dude, I dare you to jump, I dare you to like, I'll give you like this much money, or like I feel like there was something even about playing a prank and throwing someone over. Like I don't know if this was talked about, but there's something about wanting to get in the water. Like I literally feel like these like Cameron and maybe two other like I see two other guys like were like wanted to get in the water. Like they're water people. So I feel like Cameron and maybe like two of these other students like once again may have been big on fishing, water. Like there's some like they had something in common in regards to water. But of course, when you're on a cruise, you're not supposed to jump in the water, right? Um, but there's this dichotomy when you're on a cruise ship of you're cruising on water, you're traveling on water, you're in a boat, and it's typically hot, or you know what I'm saying. The weather is nice if you're on a cruise, right? So people want to get in the water. People want to, you know what I'm saying, feel that ocean, water on their bodies, but for safety reasons or whatever may have you, once again, you're just not supposed to jump off the ship. Um, I see Cameron and two other guys. I feel like one guy may have short black hair or brown hair. The other guy may have like I don't know why I see like almost like the blonde version of Cameron. Because if I look at the camera, look at this picture of Cameron, it almost looks like he has brown hair or brown hair or something like that. But I feel like there's like almost like a blonde guy and a black haired guy with Cameron, and I feel like once again they're kind of like on the edge of the ship, the cruise ship, and they're looking over into the water. And I feel like they're talking. They're talking about the water. They're talking about dare. You know, I dare you to jump in the water. I'll give you $500. I'll give you whatever it is. Um, and I feel like they keep going back to the edge of the ship to look out in the water to talk about the water. Like there's something where they do that. They go back to the group sitting in the center, and then it's like maybe they eat, have a few drinks, and they go back to the edge of the ship to look down at the water, kind of thing. I also see something about going viral. Like I feel like they wanted to go viral. I do feel like they wanted to go viral. I feel like part of the plan was to go viral. And the weird thing is that I think they knew that the waters were shark infested. I think they knew to some degree. But once again, it's like the energy of, oh, we're used to fish, we're used to maybe sharks or something like that. Like I feel like there's something with Cameron or these groups of kids where they've had run-ins with sharks or experiences with sharks before. So I feel like there's something where it was kind of like, ooh, that's kind of scary, but it also didn't phase them. It added, almost like it added to the lore of what was going on already with the situation. It's like, oh well, we've dealt with sharks before. That'll add more to the lore. That'll make it go more viral, kind of thing. Um, the issue is if Cameron had survived this and the video had gone viral, there would have been other people doing the same exact thing, and inevitably we would have had a situation like this. So I'll say, if the plans of this video going viral, which I don't see how that I don't understand the mental capacity of that, but once again, these are young people we're talking about, just graduated high school. This is why it's good to have uh, supervision and stuff like that, even though they're adults technically at this point. But there's something where, like, even if they went viral and everything went according to plan, and I think that's why the buoy was there. That's why the buoy was there. Okay, Spirit. Let me calm down because I'm getting excited. I feel like the energy's starting to build, and, like, that's why the buoy was there. I feel like they threw the buoy out right before he went in the water. That was a part of the plan. But did they throw the buoy out before or after, though? Because I haven't seen the video in a few days, so I feel like there's something about the buoy, like the whether the buoy was thrown out before or after, that is like conducive to evidence in some way, shape, or form. Interestingly enough, I feel like the buoy could be found before he's found. I don't know if necessarily the buoy and the body are in the same area though. Yeah, I feel like this was a prank gone wrong. This was like a meant to be a viral video that went completely wrong. And I feel like they were so lax about it because if you watch the video when he's in the water, they're all like kind of like, bye, why would you do that? Grab the buoy, kind of thing. Like they're not taking it serious. I feel like there's something where they thought he would like swim back. They thought he would grab the buoy. Like that once again, that was a part of the plan. The buoy was a part of the plan. And I almost feel like because I see two guys, and I feel like I don't know if I want to say these two guys egged him on or participated in convincing him to do this. Maybe a bit be a better way of saying it. But it's almost like these two guys looking at it like, oh my god, he actually did it. And it's like, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't know anything. It's like, once he jumped ship and they realized he wasn't coming back, these two guys that kind of like, once again, I saw him, Cameron going back and forth with these guys. It's like, once we got to that point of, oh, he's in the water, oh, he hasn't come back yet, it's like, the two guys zip their lips. I feel like I get a female who, watched everything happen, who I feel like went to authorities on the ship or went to management on the ship and told them what happened. And then the whole process, had to happen. I feel like they had to look through his file so they could know who he was or what he looked like. And then I feel like they had to go to the ship's captain, the driver of the ship, and be like, hey, we have a situation, we might need to turn around, kind of thing. But by then, like, the process itself probably took a good 30, 45 minutes, and then by then it's like, they turn around and go back. It's been like almost like an hour and a half, like the article said, that he's been gone. That's a long time to be in the ocean, just swimming and treading on deep water, in a shark infested ocean. So it's just a mess. I feel like these kids, especially these two dudes, did not expect it to turn out the way it did. Um, it's possible the Bowie may have been thrown in after, but I feel like there's something about the Bowie and maybe even a rope that was a part of the plan. I think this was supposed to be a viral moment gone wrong. It did go viral, but it went viral for the completely wrong reasons. I feel like once again Cameron and maybe two other guys. It could be the other a few other people may have been involved, but I see two guys in particular. Um, Planned this, talked about this prior to it happening, and I see him kind of standing on the ledge, almost like he's teeter tottering or tight roping on the ledge. Kind of gives me the energy of what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, where they're like at the ledge of the ship and they're kind of like holding hands and him and the woman in the movie. I've never seen Titanic. Um, I don't know why I see someone pushing him in though, like pushing him, like, and it may have been for fun. It's like, oh, you're on the ledge, I'm just gonna push you in, kind of thing. But um, and you know what? I feel like he landed in that water, and how do I explain this? You know how you just have a feeling that like, oh, I made a big mistake, but you don't have any immediate proof or any immediate reason to feel that way, but you just feel it. Like it's almost like a dread comes over you, or a what's the word I want to use, or a an inner knowingness that something is wrong. Like I probably wouldn't not probably should have not have made this decision. I'm trying to think of an example that I can give you all that would make sense. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Imagine you're walking late at night. It's dark, and you're just walking around your neighborhood, walking around town, and there happens to be a park that's very dark. Now, maybe you've been to this park before, during dark. Maybe you've been to this park before in general. But there's something about the park this night that just gives you a sense of dread, that just gives you a sense of something feels off about that, more than usual, and I don't know if I should go in that park. Most people wouldn't go into the park. For some people, that feeling may come when it's too late. By the time they've entered the park, it's like, ooh, something does not feel right about this. That's what I feel like happened to Cameron. It's like as soon as he hit that water and he like jumped in and he kind of floated back up, it was like I don't know why I just get this like deep feeling of like I get something in his gut said, "Oh shit, I should not have done that." Like I literally feel like there's something with his gut once he hit that water and came back up. I think that's part of why we see him not grab the Bowie, look confused as to what's going on because I think there's something in his gut where it told him, his gut told him, this is wrong. You should not have done this. Like once he hit the water, once he was in there, the reality of the situation hit him, but it was too late. It's like going in that dark forest, you know, and by the time you got in the dark forest and you realize, that there's, I don't know, monsters or other people in the forest, and it's like they look weird. They're holding a knife, and it's like, well, fuck. They've seen me already. So I should not have come into this forest. I should have listened to my gut. Like, there's something with that with Cameron, and it was the fact that the cruise kept going that also caused him to panic. Like the cruise ship didn't stop for him; it kept going, and I feel like that really caused him to panic a lot because you're in this huge body of water, right? You have this ship, this vessel, which was your only saving grace, your only safety net, kind of zooming away from you, and if we think about it, let's talk about miles per hour. Like the boat had to be going at least, I don't know why here, like 40 miles per hour. Imagine a car going 40 miles per hour and you trying to catch up with that car. You're going to be exhausted. But imagine also, 1,000 tons of body of this, or probably more than 1,000 tons of this body of water kind of causing resistance and pushing you back. You're going to get even more tired. So he panicked. He panicked. Once he started seeing that boat go away, he panicked even more. And that I feel like was also a part of his downfall. I feel like there's something at some point once the boat became too far, like too far away. It's like I could catch up to it, but I might be effed either way, kind of thing. Like once the boat was too far, I feel like he started to panic even more. I also feel like there's something about the boat that caused a ripple tide effect, and maybe that's why I saw the body may not be in the same position as the buoy or same location. I feel like the boat caused a ripple tide effect that caused the buoy to float away as well from him. Oh my god. Okay, I just need to calm down. I'm not a big fan of big bodies of water, so this is giving me a little anxiety. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, breathe. Here's my cat Fonzie, you all. Meow meow. Meow meow. Keep it PG-13. Alright. He loves putting his tail up. Okay, Fonzie, I'm working. I'm working. Meow meow. No. No. Fonzie. Okay. No. Oh my god, he jumped up again. Fonzie B and the T and the meow she. Okay, get down. Fonzie, no. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna keep my hands like this so you can't jump up. Oh my god, he jumped up again. You are ridiculous. I can't with you. Fonzie! I'm gonna lock you out of the room if you keep doing that. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Fonzie's coming over to give me a break from this distressing story. Alright. So yeah, I feel like the buoy started to float away, and it's almost like do you swim to the buoy or do you swim to the boat? the buoy may help you to float more, but you like it's like these are thoughts I feel like that were going through his head. Um, but I feel like he panicked. That I feel like panicking is what caused him to. Part of the panic is what caused him to be in the situation he's in once he hit the water. I feel like there's also something about panicking and flailing in the water is causing, is bringing attraction to him. So I feel like I don't know if a shark immediately attacked him, but I do feel like it's almost like imagine swimming and brushing up against a shark or brushing up against a big fish, and it's like you you were panicking before, like girl, you about to be like hyperventilating now, and I feel like that's what happened with Cameron. Even if he had had experiences with shark or water before, it was always under the supervision of others. It was always under the, I've been in these waters before, I've done this before kind of thing. But there's something about when you're in that type of situation where a boat is flying away, you have your buoy, but you really like you're helpless. You're literally helpless, and all you have is your wits about you. It's a terrifying situation to be in, and you know what? I don't know why I get people throwing stuff over the boat in the water, like food, trash, debris. But once again, this is bringing attention to the boat. I feel like they may have been throwing stuff over off the boat into the water, and that may have actually caused some of these sharks and other fishes and animals to I hear monitor the boat. Okay, that's what I heard. So I do feel like there were sharks and other animals monitoring this boat. Um, One, because they may have been throwing stuff off the boat into the water, whether it be food or otherwise. But two, there's something about boats. I almost feel like, and this is crazy, I almost feel like sharks and certain animals can decipher in their own way the difference between types of boats. I feel like there's something about the density, the way, once again, the way the boat itself affects the water surrounding it. Sharks and other animals are able to tell, okay, this is a boat, this is a cruise ship, this is a miniature boat, this is a small boat. And based on that, the animals proceed accordingly. There's something with cruise ships though in particular where I feel like there's an association with food. And part of it is because I feel like sometimes things are thrown overboard, but also there's something about the smell of food, like food cooking. And I feel like this may have, because you have to think, like when it comes to the ocean, sharks and these animals live in the ocean. They're not land animals, so it's like any little difference of change in the chemistry, the pH, the whatever it is of the surrounding bodies of water around them, a shark is going to immediately notice that. A sea animal is going to immediately notice that. So I also feel like there's something about also following these boats. Some animals follow these boats as a form of protection. So that's also why I feel like certain sharks and certain predatory animals will follow boats because they know that other animals that they prey on are following the boats. This is crazy. So basically, what happened is Cameron found himself, in a situation where He really wasn't prepared for sea life. Once again, there's a difference in boats. That's the key. That's the key. If we look at the boat, once again, let's go back to the article. If we look at the boat here, this is a small boat. Well, it looks kind of small. It looks kind of big, actually. But it's definitely a different boat. This most likely may have been the type of boat he may have been used to being on, versus a cruise. Key point here, though. One thing Spirit just said, all right, animals respond differently to different types of boats. I literally just heard it's intrinsic in them. Mind you, boats have been a thing since the beginnings of time almost. The Titanic was a big, huge boat that was like, what, in the 1800s or 1700s? I don't even remember, So even before then, there were boats, so animals have had time to acclimate to boats. And once again, boats being a part of their ecosystem, affecting their water. Does that make sense? And this is, I think, the key element that Cameron was missing in terms of his understanding of boats and water and things like that. Only a supervised official or only someone who was an expert, probably way older than him too, would have known something like that. But that's why they say don't jump into the water when you're on a cruise. So there's that. Um, I think this young man panicked. I think the panicking caused attention to him. I think the panicking in the water is what caused attention to him from maybe a shark or certain sea animals in the water. I feel like there were sharks or sea animals already monitoring the boat. So when he jumped in the water, it was kind of like maybe some of these sea animals or sharks were, oh, is this food? Is this once again food being thrown over the boat again? Or let's go inspect what was thrown off this boat. We've been monitoring the boat. Something jumped in. Let's go see. Or something fell in. Let's go inspect what's going on with this boat. Oh, it's flailing around. It's doing a lot of movement. So whatever this is, it must be alive. This is literally the thoughts of the shark or the sea animals, in terms of Cameron, right? Like this is the energy I'm picking up. Mm. I can't believe this reading has been this long. So I feel like what happened to Cameron is I feel like partly exhaustion, to be honest, especially if he was not able to get to that buoy. I feel like he might have gotten exhausted. Depending on how cold the water was, there could have been something where he was also affected by the temperature. I don't know why I hear like hypothermia or something like that. Um, and I hear went into shock, so I feel like he panicked. I do see a shark around him. But it's weird because I feel like it's possible he may have been bitten by a shark, but I don't know. I feel like there's something about exhaustion. Like he became exhausted treading on water, you know? And I also feel like there's something where, unbeknownst to him, water is always moving. So water, if you're treading and just kind of staying still, especially in the ocean body of water, is always moving. So either it's pushing you forward or pushing you back, or it's doing both at the same time, pushing you forward and back. So as the boat got further away, he may have also drifted further away as well. And then I feel like hopelessness may have set in. It's like I'm not getting back to that boat unless they come back around. I do feel like he tried to hold on in the case that they did come back around. But he wasn't for sure that they were going to come back around. By the time the boat came back around to Cameron, I feel like he had drifted away. He may have been affected by exhaustion, meaning he could no longer tread his body on the water due to physical exhaustion. Um, There's something where he may have also tried to swim to land or swim to physical ground that he could walk on. But depending on where they were, like that could have been like 100 miles away, or it's like I hear drowning, so it is possible that he drowned allegedly, unfortunately. Um, I do feel like it's possible he could resurface, though his body could resurface, but I don't think it's gonna resurface in the location that he jumped into the water. I feel like it's gonna surface somewhere else, and I don't know why I hear 25. Like it could be 25 miles away or something about 25. Like 25 to 50 miles away, maybe like he could be found maybe due to I feel like drowning. He could have also been attacked by a shark or by some sort of sea animal before, like as well prior to him drowning, or maybe by the time he had passed though. So there could be some wounds on his body. Um, by the time he does resurface. This is sad, John. Let's go ahead really quickly and see what the cards have to say about the situation with Cameron. I don't want this reading to be too long because I have a lot of clients to get to. Let's see what the cards have to say. And we're back. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck. Many past readings in the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Spirit, give us some clarity and insight into as to what happened to Cameron Robbins. Give us some clarity and insight as to what happened to Cameron Robbins, the 18-year-old that allegedly jumped the Bahamas cruise ship into shark-infested water late last month. Give us some clarity onto what happened to this young man, Spirit. First card gives the Three of Swords. Three of Swords can be heartbreak. It can be third-party energy. Remember I was saying there were two other guys. Maybe there could be three. Three of Swords can deal with disappointing news. It can deal with a lack of expansion, a lack of freedom in some way, shape, or form. It does show up in a position of how one sees himself, how other people see them as well. Interesting. Page of Pentacles is facing that card. A Page of Pentacles would be someone young, definitely between the ages of a young child to someone in their early 20s or 30s. So this definitely would be Cameron's age range of Page, because he's 18. This could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus person. I wonder what his zodiac sign is. I wonder if this was a dare. Remember I was saying, I was channeling and I was like, I was just saying casually, like, maybe they made a dare for money. It's interesting this Page of Pentacles is holding a pentacle and is also facing, it is in the position of money and finances, however it's facing the Three of Swords. So I'm wondering once again if this was a dare or a prank that involved money. Like, hey, if you jump, I'll give you this much money, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, or it'll go viral and we'll make money. Like there's something in that energy. But it's almost like, we'll go viral, but you'll be the one to sacrifice yourself kind of thing. But you'll get the most money. Like, I don't know why I get that kind of energy. I get the Strength card connected to communication, intellect, and the mind. The Strength card, once again, is communication. And look at how this female is kind of, petting the lion and getting the lion to do what they want kind of thing. I feel like there's something where at least two or three other young people. I feel like these are guys, young men, young boys, whatever you want to call them, young men. I don't want to say they may be culprits or at fault for what happened to Cameron, but I definitely get the energy where there may be two or three young men once again who maybe egged him on. or may have been verbally at fault in some way, shape, or form. Three of Pentacles, y'all, is a card of negotiations. Three of Pentacles is a card of money, contracts. It can be a card of negotiating payment. Three of Pentacles can also be long distance travel. Three, in general, deals with long distance travel. They were traveling long distance. I feel like there's something about money was involved with this. I think these kids thought they were going to go viral, and there may have been, compensate, hey, if you do it, I'll pay you this much, or, if we go viral, dude will make this much, like there's something with this where these kids wanted a viral moment. Ace of Pentacles, money. I think you may have been dared for money, a certain amount of money. This would be the Ace of Pentacles, connected to creativity, self-expression, confidence, ego. The Devil card shows up connected to one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. The Devil card is toxicity. The Devil card can be substances. It can be drinks. All right. Once again, it's interesting when you get a group of students on a cruise ship, who are around that 18, 19, 20, or 17-year-old age range, right before they go to college. They can be rambunctious. They can still, they're kind of still in that teen energy where they get bored easily. They're looking for the next party, the next fun moment. And I feel like that's part of what happened here too. We're bored. Let's make some fun. Let's make it happen. King of Swords shows up. This would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius male. A king would definitely be someone a bit older, though. This is someone connected to one-on-one relationships. Then behind them, I get a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Scorpio male. Two other males show up. Although they could be older males in some way, shape, or form. A Knight of Cups shows up, connected to travel, relocation. Knight is someone between the ages of 20 to 45 years old, so I get four different people showing up here. The Lover's card shows up connected to the past, creativity, or connected to purpose, career, professional destiny. The Lover's card is right underneath the Devil card, which is interesting because there's two people in both cards, but two completely different scenarios. Seven of Pentacles, money. Seven of Pentacles is money involving groups of people in this position. Seven of Pentacles can be secrecy. Ten of Wands is the last card. Ten of Wands can show up in a placement of hidden enemies. I'm wondering if he had any enemies on that ship. Did he have any enemies on that ship? Because that would add another layer if he did. Let's see. God, this reading is going to be like an hour and a half. I really don't want this reading. I didn't expect this reading to be that long. Did Cameron Robbins have any enemies on that ship that he was on in the Bahamas where he allegedly jumped off into the water? Did Cameron have any enemies? Anyone that he wasn't getting along with on that cruise? Any other students? Were there any other students that Cameron did not get along with or did not have good vibes with, good energy with? Maybe there was a hidden enemy, someone jealous of Cameron. Give us some clarity and insight on it. Did Cameron have any enemies, hidden or otherwise, on that cruise ship that he was a part of? The Emperor shows up. The Emperor is a man in a position of power. The Sun card shows up. The Sun card is a yes card. The Sun card shows up connected to money, though. There was a money aspect involved in this scenario. I'm going to stick to that. Something about money was involved in the situation. Whether they... I just realized... I do have my bracelet on. I thought I didn't have my bracelet on, but I have another bracelet. Oh, okay. Here it is. Child, I got so much stuff on this table. Here's my other bracelet. Okay. There's some aspect of money involved here, either in the sense of they thought they were going to go viral and make money, or there's something about a dare. I dare you to do this. If you do it, I'll give you money, kind of thing. All right? Queen of Cups shows up. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Gemini female. What are they facing? They're facing the Two of Swords. Two of Swords deals with trusting one's intuition. Did he have hidden enemies on the did he have hidden enemies on the ship? I also wonder if he did this to impress someone, if he did this to impress a female. The magician card shows up connected to confidence, ego, self-expression. I think there was something where he thought if he jumped in, he could turn the trip around. I feel like there was something about the trip that was actually kind of boring to these kids. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, and I can imagine there's only so much you can do on a cruise ship. It's very isolated. It's very, you know, isolated. You know, but there's something about being on the water that's vast and expansive. So I feel like he almost did it to like turn it around, like turn the trip around. Like, let's do something crazy, you know, to get everyone hyped up. Like, let's like I feel like that's, you know how people come in and start the party. I feel like that was Cameron's way, and maybe this group of guys' way of starting the party. Let's do something crazy. Let's jump on some tables. Let's jump on some chandeliers. Like, I don't know what it is, but I get that kind of energy with these kids. Eight of Swords shows up. All right. Eight of Swords deals with the past. Eight of Swords can deal with self-restricting energy. I think they were bored. I think they felt isolated. I think they felt bored being on this cruise ship. This shows up connected to daily routine. I think the daily routine of the cruise ship, I think they tried to break up that monotony. All right. Page of Cups, a young Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Libra person. What are they facing? The Judgment card connected to death, evolution, change, and growth. Interesting. It almost looks like they're on water, or they may be on water. It looks like there's mountains though behind them. This could be Cameron. This could be one of the young people I was seeing around him. It's interesting though that maybe someone unintentionally may have dared him to jump to his death. You know what I get? And you know what's interesting is I was watching another YouTube video. I wonder if I can play this video for you all. Okay, let me look for this video because I want to show you all. I was looking up videos of this situation, and I was looking at a video. I thought this was Cameron. That's what actually why. Oh, and look, Cameron's right there. Literally, Cameron is literally right here. I thought this guy was Cameron, but it turns out this was a guy who did the same thing that Cameron did 4 years ago. Can you see the title? Man jumps off cruise ship in the Bahamas and instantly regrets it. Let me see if I can flip it so you guys can see. I want to show you guys this video. Let me see. Let me make sure. Oh, I don't want to show y'all my notifications, child. I might have some important stuff there, honey. All right. This was uploaded 4 years ago, 2019. Once again, Cameron's situation happened this year in 2023. So I want to show you guys this picture. That is not his butt, by the way. That he is wearing trunks, if you can see. I want to show you, because I thought it was at first. I was like, is this guy naked on YouTube? But no, he's wearing trunks. I want to show you guys this video of this guy doing the same thing that Cameron did 4 years ago, but he survived. Look how high that jump is. This guy ended up surviving. Oh, crap. So this guy who did this, who jumped in that water, ended up surviving and actually going viral. Let me look up his name. Let me look up his name real quick because they said his name in the comment section. Nick Nadev. Nick Nadev. Nick Nadev. Let's look up Nick. Oh my god, hopefully my phone doesn't die. This is the guy who jumped. This guy ended up going viral. Alright, and ended up doing a whole bunch of interviews. Alright, got a lot of followers on social media. Now, the reason why I bring this guy up is because as I was shuffling, I felt like Cameron and the guys that Cameron was with had seen a video similar to this guy. I don't know if it could be this guy that they saw. I feel like they saw a video similar to what they ended up doing, and it was like, oh, well, that video went viral, or that guy went viral. Let's do our own version. That's what I get. Now let me see if I can find the Cameron video. Now that because I'm not doing it with sound, maybe I could show it. Let me see if I can find you the video of Cameron. I just looked. Apparently there was a female, also 21-year-old female killed by sharks on Bahama vacation. This was 3 years ago. Ciao. Let me see if I can show you guys the video. It does look like the video's on here. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This is Cameron. This is Cameron's situation. This is Cameron's video. We don't actually see him jump in. We see him in the water. And it may be too dark. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, it looks like there's like zooming in or something like that. I just want to see the video. Alright, this is Cameron. This is a short, so... Alright, so... Trying to find just a regular video of the situation, but you can hardly see because it's so dark. Alright, so you can go look at the video on your own. I say all this to say, I feel like they modeled this situation after someone else, and it could have been that guy I just showed you that video of. I think they modeled this situation of him jumping in that water after and you know how I know that they modeled it after someone else. And it could have been the video of the guy that I saw, because the guy that did that was also in the Bahamas, and Cameron and his friends were in the Bahamas. Probably different cruise ships, but same location, same situation. The question was, were there enemies on that ship that Cameron had? Excuse me, I don't feel like there were enemies. I feel like Cameron, once again, I feel like they modeled this situation after someone else that had gone viral. And they thought, oh, well, he went viral and he survived. We can do it too. Not the same situation, clearly. Will Cameron be found is my last question, and then we're going to end the reading here. Thank you all so much for being so patient. If you would like your own reading, definitely contact me at 703-791-9162. I'm available for readings today, particularly same-day phone readings. So I have a 30-minute option, I have an hour option, and a 15-minute option for phone readings. So if you want a reading, I definitely recommend getting a phone reading today or whenever you're watching this video. Will Cameron be found? Will Cameron's body or will Cameron Robbins be found, period? Will Cameron Robbins' body or will Cameron Robbins, period, ever be found? This is why you gotta be careful. Not all viral videos are created equal. Plus, not all viral videos are safe. Like, you know, some people really do crazy stuff for fame. Be Knight of Pentacles. This could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus person. I feel like someone could end up finding his body. The same Queen of Cups facing the Three of Swords. This could be a female Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Two of Swords shows up connected to family, home, and emotions. I feel like Cameron Robbins and I feel like his family won't rest until his body's found or until he's found. There's something where, like, I get the energy where they won't be able to get closure until his body is found once again. The Empress could be a female also who could be integral in finding his body, a female. Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Virgo facing the Nine of Cups. Give me Ten of Pentacles. There could be a search party or an award for finding his body. I feel like they're going to find his body with the help of people who may not even be associated with the case. It could be either that someone else or other people do their own search party kind of thing, or his like, I feel like his body will just be stumbled upon. So you know how is there certain situations where certain stories can be so widespread, but it's like everyone kind of jumps in and wants to solve the case, and it's like okay, well, like I feel like there's someone near this river or who visits. There's someone near who lives near this ocean or who visits this ocean often, but I feel like is gonna do their own search party or they're gonna stumble upon the body or a body. I don't know why I see something is smelling too. Like it's like almost like they get closer to the body and it's like oh my god, like maybe the body's decomposing. So it could be maybe a while before they find him. He could be wrapped up in something too. Like he could be wrapped up in seaweed or wrapped up in like he could be wrapped up in something. Like maybe like his body got caught in a tide or something like that. So I feel like it may take time, and I get the King of Wands facing that card. So I get a male, a Knight of Pentacles, a Knight of Swords, and then two females showing up here. I think his body may be found through some sort of search party, or it's gonna be stumbled upon. All right, that's what I see. That's my final prediction. All right, let's get a final card for this situation. What's the final message for this situation involving Cameron Robbins? Very sad. Very traumatic. This is one reason why I never go. Well, I wouldn't be the type of person to even jump out of the water. So, but also I wouldn't be the type of person to necessarily go on a cruise in the first place. Unless maybe someone bought it for me for like I don't know. Unless maybe my boyfriend bought it for me for a special holiday and was like, "Let's go on a cruise." Or maybe my family, let's go on a cruise. That would be the only way I would go on a cruise. But me going on just on a cruise all willy-nilly by myself or planning it, I'm good. And don't ask me to get in the water because I'm not going to get in the water. Although I do want to swim with dolphins. I do want to swim with... I don't know if I want to swim with dolphins, but I do want to meet dolphins. I would love to meet... certain whales too, because whales can actually be pretty friendly and pretty sentient. I really want to see an orca whale. Like that's one of my dreams too, is to see an orca whale and maybe pet an orca whale. And also a beluga whale. Beluga whales are so friendly and they're so freaking cute. Alright, I had to bring a little light and love to this reading, you guys. It's just so sad. Look up beluga whale videos and you'll feel so much better. I love beluga whales. They're so freaking cute. Alright. 10 of thought. 10 of thought. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end and you can breathe a sigh of relief. That means they're going to find the body. Now it is the number 10, so it could be 10 days, weeks, or months within those time frames. Or the 10th could be important, but they will find the body. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end and you can breathe a sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. Did Cameron have addictions or codependency issues or issues in general, maybe? This is sad, y'all. Alright, you guys, let me try to find a video of a beluga whale that I can maybe lighten up the mood a bit. A friendly beluga whale. Because this is just too sad to end on this note. I'm sorry. I want a video of them in their natural habitat so you guys can really see. So I guess here's the beluga whale playing fetch. Alright? Just to show you guys the water's not all bad and there are some beautiful, really, really, really friendly creatures in the water, you guys. And this almost makes me want to cry. Stuff like this makes me cry. Videos like this, if you want to make me cry, this type of video will definitely make me cry. But it's just so beautiful. Look at this beluga whale playing with the man in the boat. Look at that. He's throwing the ball. The beluga whale's catching it. Like a dog. It's just so cute. I'm about to cry, y'all. Look at that. Oh, look at him. He's just... So cute. There's just something beautiful about knowing that, y'all can probably hear me, getting teary eyed in my voice, but there's just something beautiful about humans interacting with other creatures and creating that sort of bond, you know? Child, here I am crying. Oh my God. So, I just thought we would end on that note, y'all. I love you guys. Not with me crying, child. Oh my God. I love you all. I will see you all in the next video. This is just such a sad situation. Alright? So we definitely send Cameron love and light. And we hope that his body's found, or he's found, hopefully safe and sound, but this is just a really sad situation nonetheless. So we will definitely be keeping our eyes and ears open about the situation. And yeah, you guys, love and light. If you want a personal reading, I will catch you in the next video, or I will see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless.
Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.